miracle. I know, yes, I know, I'm serving a God of miracle. I know, yes, I know, He's a miracle working God. He's a miracle working God. He's the Alpha and Omega. He's a miracle working God. Jehovah Rapha is a miracle working God. He's a miracle working God. He's the Alpha and Omega. He's a miracle working God. Understanding the healing miracles. Understanding the healing miracles. This subject is very important to me because in my former religion we don't believe in miraculous power of God, and we don't believe the miracles still exist today. We thought it has ended with the apostles. That was the teaching, and you have to believe it until Jesus called me and gave me the power of miracle. A healing miracle is an invention and product made by God after man sinned from the Garden of Eden. When man fell from the grace of God in the Garden of Eden, and we started getting sick and dying, so God invented what I call healing miracles. For example, Adam, the first human pair, was not sick for the first 930 years of his life. So there was no need for healing or miracle. Healing miracle come as a result of sin. Healing miracle comes because of sin. Because when sin becomes pregnant, I repeat that again, when sin becomes pregnant, the only baby it gives birth to is sickness and death. Disobedience, when it gives birth, disobedience is equal to sin. When they give birth to sickness and death. So, as a loving Father, Jehovah God and Jesus Christ, by extension, made the healing miracle available to all people, regardless of their religion. But they had to qualify to get this miraculous healing. And in my research and working with God, I have identified at least 5 things you need to do in order to receive your miracle from God. One of them is you have to have faith in the ransom sacrifice of Jesus Christ. Your faith is very important because no one can please God without faith. And miracle flow, the God power flow through your faith to give you your miracle. Without faith, it is impossible to please God or to receive your miracle. So, your miracle is the conduit by which power of God flow through to heal you. Then, your mouth, you have to pronounce what you want from God before you can see it. And of course, your tongue has to work along with that. For example, our Father Jehovah God told the Israelites that as I live, just as you have spoken in my hearing, so I will do to you. Number 14, verses 28. And in Proverbs 18:21, life and death reside in your tongue. So you have to use your tongue very well. Like I said, faith is very important. I give you an example of how to demonstrate a healing faith. The type of faith that can heal, that can draw power from God. Example, the woman with 12 years issue of blood. This woman had been hearing about Jesus' miraculous power, and she concluded in her spirit that if I can struggle to touch the garment of Jesus, I will be healed. That was her faith. And she managed and struggled, fight the crowd, push here and there, and touch the garment of Jesus. And she was healed of 12 years issue of blood. Jesus did not pray for her. Her faith drew the power from Jesus, and she was healed. Mark 9:23 says, all things are possible to those who believe. You have to believe in order for your healing to be possible. If you don't have faith, there is little God can do to help you. Another power of faith, another example of how to demonstrate power of faith is the army general that went to Jesus, that my servant is laying in bed, sick. And Jesus volunteered, I will go and heal him. And he said, no, you cannot come to my house. I'm not that honorable. I'm a sinner. You cannot come to my house. Just say it, and my servant will be healed. And Jesus said, wow, I haven't seen a greater faith like this in Israel. He said, your faith has healed your servant. So, in that very hour, the servant got healed. That is faith. Faith is very important, that we build up our faith, and God will heal us supernaturally. Then the second one is obedience or humility. You need to humble yourself and obey. In Exodus chapter 23, verses 25 to 26, the Bible says, you shall serve the Lord your God, and he shall take sickness away from you. He shall bless your food and water, and take sickness away from you. Yes, obedience and humility is very important. Obedience is serving God. Obedience is very important to actualize miracle. I remember when Apostle Peter was fishing, And Jesus said, put your net into the river and have a great catch. He said, we fish all night, because he was a professional fisherman. He said, but at your word, I will comply. And he put down his net into the water, and he catch great fish, to the point that he has to employ other people. Please come and help me to drag the fish up. So what happened? Obedience. The spirit of obedience must be in place. If you don't obey, you cannot receive your miracle. Another example was when the first miracle Jesus performed, his mother told the people that whatever Jesus told you, whatever he tells you, go and do it. And Jesus told them, go and fill your jar or keg or something like that, pot with water. Fill your pot with water. And take out of it and give it to the director, the party director, which we call MC today. And they did. They obeyed. They complied. And the water became wine. But if they are too smart and they argue with Jesus, they will never receive their miracle. Another one is Syrian army general. He was full of leprosy. And he went to Israel. And Prophet Elisha told him, go and dip yourself into the Jordan River 7 times. The man became so furious that me, a whole general, go to that dirty water and dump myself there? No. Until somebody reminded him, you need to humble yourself and obey. When he obeyed and complied, he became healed. He became well. He was made whole because he obeyed. Then came another instance. 10 lepers heard that Jesus was passing by. And they go to him and say, have mercy on us, Son of David. And he told them, go and show yourself to the priest. As simple as that. And as they were going, they were made well. They recovered from their sickness. So obedience is very important. When we obey God in the area of service and offering too, we shall be made whole. Another area I want to mention is giving testimony and offering. In Luke chapter 5 verse 14, Jesus told the leper that was made whole that go and show yourself to the priest and make an offering and give testimony. Giving testimony is very important. If God do anything for you, give testimony. And if you require an offering, please make an offering. Because God, it is a command from God. And if you read Deuteronomy 16 to 17 and Luke 5:14, you will see that Jesus commanded that leper and charged him to go and make himself known to the priest and make an offering for his cleansing as a testimony, just as Moses commanded. And of course, you must be a citizen of heaven. or be born again. You must be a citizen of heaven and be born again. When you are a born again Christian, everything will change in your life, because now you have become a spirit sons of God. John chapter 3 verse 6 to 8 says, if you are born by flesh, you will be flesh. But if you are born by the Spirit, you will be spirit. Because a spirit person cannot die. A spirit person cannot be sick. If you are a spirit, you can't be sick. If you are a spirit, you cannot die. You will not be afraid of Satan. You will not be afraid of demons. You will not be afraid of witches or wizards. You will live above them because you are now a spirit. John 3 verse 3 to see John chapter 3 verse 3 to 8. Go and read it. And Philippians 3:20. As a citizen of heaven, you will never be sick. And there are so many testimonies that I would like to share with you. There was one night I got up from my job around 1 a.m. and I discovered there was no gas in my car. And I asked my father in the heaven,